Damon Laurence Lindelof is an American television writer, producer, and film screenwriter, most noted as the co-creator and showrunner of the television series Lost. He has written for and produced Crossing Jordan and wrote for Nash Bridges. Lindelof also co-wrote Cowboys Aliens, Prometheus, and Star Trek Into Darkness. As of December 2012, his next film in development is the science fiction film Tomorrowland. He also co-created the TV series The Leftovers for HBO, adapted from the novel by Tom Perrotta. Personal life: Lindelof was born in Teaneck, New Jersey, the son of Susan Klausner, a teacher, and David Lindelof, a bank manager. He attended Teaneck High School, a school whose diverse student body he credits with expanding his horizons as a writer. His mother is Jewish and his father was of Scandinavian descent. Lindelof celebrated his bar mitzvah in Teaneck, where he attended synagogue for the Sabbath. He has stated, "I was a Jewish white kid growing up in Teaneck, but at the same time, I had African and Filipino and Asian friends, and to have that experience all through high school while getting an awesome education was wonderful." Lindelof attended film school at New York University, performing briefly in the band Petting Zoo, and moved to Los Angeles after graduating. An early boost to his writing career came in 1999, when he was selected as a semi-finalist for a Nickel Fellowship for his screenplay Perfectionists. Before this, he worked on reviewing scripts at Paramount, Fox, and Alan Ladd Studios. Lindelof is a self-professed Stephen King fan and has placed many references to King's work into Lost, as well as mentioning within the official Lost podcast that The Stand serves as a huge influence. Lindelof has been quoted as saying that the graphic novel Watchmen, written by Alan Moore, is the greatest piece of popular fiction ever produced, and its effect on Lost is evident many times in the show. He has also mentioned David Lynch's Twin Peaks as a big influence for Lost. J.J. Abrams has often cited Patrick McGowan's similarly allegorical sci-fi spy series The Prisoner as another major influence on Lost. Lindelof lists his favorite 6 films, in no particular order, as Touch of Evil, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Pulp Fiction, The Shining, Bambi, and The Godfather Part 2. Damon is also a fan of shows such as The Wire, Breaking Bad and Battlestar Galactica. Lindelof married Heidi Mary Fugman in 2005. The couple have one child. Lindelof has been the subject of controversy over his various tweets on his Twitter account for being outspoken on his reactions to various movies like The Dark Knight Rises and defending the mixed negative response to the ending of the show Lost. After much negative responses on his account, Lindelof deleted his account on October 14, 2013. Career: Lindelof is the writer of the comic book miniseries Ultimate Wolverine vs. Hulk for Marvel Comics, which takes place in the Ultimate Marvel Universe and began publication in January 2006. Despite being a 6-issue miniseries, production was suspended after the second issue in February 2006 due to Lindelof's heavy workload elsewhere. However, the last of the scripts was submitted to Marvel in 2008 and the series resumed publication in March 2009. Lindelof wrote a Rip Hunter story for Time Warp No. 1 which was drawn by Jeff Lemire and published by Vertigo. Lost. He was an executive producer and joint showrunner on Lost. Lindelof and the Lost writing staff won the Writers Guild of America Award for Best Dramatic Series at the February 2006 ceremony for their work on the first and second seasons. He was nominated for the WGA Award for Best Dramatic Series a further 3 times. At the February 2007 ceremony for his work on the second and third seasons, at the February 2009 ceremony for his work on the 4th season and at the February 2010 ceremony for his work on the 5th season. Lindelof and his co-writer Drew Goddard were also nominated for the WGA Award for Best Episodic Drama at the February 2008 ceremony for writing the episode Flashes Before Your Eyes. Other projects: Lindelof co-wrote Ridley Scott's Prometheus, released in June 2012. He is also a producer in the show Once Upon a Time, which was created by former Lost writers. He served as co-producer on the 2009 film, Star Trek. Along with producing the sequel, he also co-wrote the screenplay with Alex Kurtzman and Roberto Orsi. He also co-wrote the screenplay for the film adaptation of the comic series Cowboys Aliens with the duo, directed by Jon Favreau. It was believed that after the conclusion of Lost, Lindelof and J.J. Abrams would write and produce a film adaptation of Stephen King's The Dark Tower, but Lindelof squelched this notion in a late 2000s USA Today, commenting, "After working 6 years on Lost, the last thing I want to do is spend the next 7 years adapting one of my favorite books of all time. I'm such a massive Stephen King fan that I'm terrified of screwing it up. I'd do anything to see those movies written by someone else. My guess is they will get made because they're so incredible. But not by me." In December 2008, Lindelof was the featured guest on an episode of The Right Environment, a public television series featuring in-depth, candid one-on-one interviews with some of TV's most prolific and well-known series creator-writers. He is the showrunner for the TV series The Leftovers. HBO has ordered a 10-episode first season. Lost episodes. Production credits, references. External links: Damon Lindelof at the Internet Movie Database, Damon Lindelof interviews, March 28, July 17, and August 21, 2005, LostTV-Forum.com, Damon Lindelof podcast, Marvel.com, 1, Entertainment Weekly May 4, 2011 interview.